of boxes, files on the JFK assassination and MKultra, the CIA mind control operation, which she was in the process of declassifying. Today's whistleblower said it during his deposition, and Congressman Anna Paulina Luna confirmed it moments ago.
The reason why this is troubling is there was an executive order that the president had directed the full declassification of JFK, but then also to the MKultra files. The CIA famously has said that all documents were released and other documents had been destroyed. So these are allegedly those documents that apparently never existed.
Can the CIA overrule the president?
No, the CIA.
This guy has
exploded
everywhere.
Yeah. And overruled the director of national intelligence.
Like in
1975, the church committee,
what were you going to say?
Which became the.
Oh, I didn't know if it was broken or you paused it. But that kind of like makes me think more into subversion and stuff, like that maybe he's bullshit or he's money grabbing, because like I know he was, but all of a sudden he's everywhere.
I mean, he has an interesting story, like, and he has an interesting perspective most people don't have.
He still works for the CIA and saying, "Yep, say shit."
His whole story could just be fabricated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
The Senate Select Committee on Intelligence specifically ordered DCI William Colby to release all of the MKultra files. He famously went back to CIA headquarters and ordered that all of the files be destroyed. 85% of them were destroyed. He was held in contempt of Congress, and then CIA employees lined the halls and contributed cash to pay for the fine that he was ordered to pay. We only know what we know about MKultra because of the 15% of the files that weren't destroyed. These are among those 15% of the files. They are mandated to be declassified. The American people have a right to know what is in these files, and the CIA
they're already gone.
Raid offices, least of all the offices of the Director of National Intelligence. It's just real life isn't supposed to work this way. This is crazy.
This is something out of a movie, but the CIA was experimenting with LSD on willing and unwilling participants during the Cold War for intelligence operations and to exploit people.
And that's another problem is like you bring up the LSD stuff, but that's just the surface level shit, right? Like that's the surface level MKultra.
But why do so many people nowadays in the CIA, like, let's be honest, most of the people who were there during that shit, probably gone. Why are they so concerned about it getting out? Is it like a legacy thing? Is it like we'll get closed down thing and lose our jobs? Like, is it just like
the CIA is not getting closed down? I think it's because it never stopped. Like this shit's still going on.
That could be it.
It's just funded.
And my
in different
thing is
ways.
everyone's making a fuss right now, and someone will probably just take the fall and be like, "Yeah, we already destroyed it. Sorry,"
and nothing
which they probably have. Which they probably have.
Or they destroyed the link to the modern day version of what MKultra was.
Yeah, I just feel like if they already went through this much stink, they're just going to be like, "Yep, it's gone. We got rid of it. Sorry."
The crazy thing is I want to know what those 85% that were destroyed said. Because if you've ever dug into MKultra, there is some dark stuff in there, just from the 15% of stuff we do have.
Like we were talking about ghosts last night. That's really what it is MKultra, mind control, ghost shit, and using demonic shit to control people and get information. And
dude, the 60s must have been 60s and 70s must have been a real wild time to be alive. The government could just be like, "Hey, you want to make like $20 and we'll test LSD on you and put you in a room with 5 other naked dudes.
You guys like to smoke weed and go to Woodstock? Have we got a deal for you?"
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie? It's actually a good movie. Fuck. I think it's about a CIA or it's a hint at it where they take the college kids and tell them, who's the actor? I like him. He has the big nose, brown-haired guy. Not the Star Wars guy. He's another actor, but he was in it. But they were paid these kids like, okay, so you're going to be the prisoners and you're going to be the guards. It was an
I know what you're talking
experiment.
about. And that's a real experiment that happened.
Yeah. I don't know if it was CIA. Maybe it was just a professor's experiment, but it was probably done by the CIA. Probably funded by
That's
the CIA.
the thing is, like, a lot of that stuff's funded by them. They're like, okay, we're not going to do this, so we have plausible deniability. But MIT will pay them and they'll do this experiment.
Yeah. Tropic
And they were
no, not that one, Spencer.
Good movie though. But
Yeah. So when it goes wrong, they ain't got to say, "That my bad." It's nothing to do with them.
Exactly. And it's actually a real low amount of money to fund these things because you're just giving it to the professor who's doing the study. Yeah. How much is it going to cost to pay the students and make the facility to do it? Okay. Whereas, government, if they were to pay and do the study and pay all the people, it would be way more.
And then that doesn't even go into the stuff that wasn't voluntary, like stuff that they were doing with prisoners and stuff, or even the stuff that's voluntary, but it's subversive. Like when they would do it with prisoners, but they'd be like, hey, we'll take some of your prison sentence off, like that type of stuff.
Well, and also some of the heinous shit I could see being done that maybe wasn't voluntary was in vitro. Not in vitro, like pregnant moms and stuff and pumping them through full of LSD. And then, okay, we're going to track their kid throughout their life and see the long term, see if they have abilities when they're born, if they were born with LSD. And like, I could see crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's about to give birth. Yeah, let's keep her on a LSD drip. So the baby is born with LSD in its veins.
So this is something that we have. This has been around for a while, but I just wanted to pull this up because it's really interesting. So this is from the joint hearing in 1977. The document is from 1963. It is MKultra activity is concerned with the research and development of chemical, biological, and radiological materials capable of employment in clandestine operations to control human behavior. The end products of such research are subject to very strict controls, including a requirement for personal approval of deputy director plans for any operation use made of these end products. So they've had chemical, biological, and radiological materials capable of controlling human behavior for 63 years, at least. Like, what the fuck do they have now? You know?
I mean, and what's to say it's past material? It's not past materials. Like we were talking, was it Thursday or whenever, Wednesday, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cell phone, 5G, 6G, but it's all there now.
Yeah. Here's some more. See if it shows. Well, maybe. I can't see the date on this, but it's just some news article. CIA infiltrated 17 area groups and gave out LSD. Like, they're just drug dealers. And we saw the same thing, with them running drugs into LA. Like, it's just crazy.
The whole Reagan and the cocaine and all that was CIA. Right? Nancy was the dare, right?
Yep. Old Nancy Reagan. Everybody loves to love the Reagans, but they were in charge of some dark stuff. CIA behavioral tests may have cost millions, included sex pattern control. This down here, CIA behavior study may have involved a touch of magic, just a hint, just a little drop. Kind of like when you're making the Spice Girls.
A little sprinkle.
Yeah. The CIA used at least one expert in magic or juggling in its top secret operations. Hold on. Magic or juggling? How are those? Those are two wildly different things. That's what it says.
Yeah.
used one expert in magic or juggling in its top secret operations on behavior and mind control, according to documents released Tuesday. So they either had somebody who was capable of doing magic or a dude in the background just juggling. Like, is that what you're telling me?
Juggling all along has been they found out the CIA uses it for mind control and shit.
Yeah,
Whenever I
it's
see
a
someone juggle
hypnotism.
from now on, I'm just gonna punch them.
One heavily censored 1953 memorandum gave itself away when it mentioned oh God, I can't pronounce that word. Whatever. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
I can't see it.
And discussing the hiring
Precognitive?
for no, I don't know what it is. And discussing the hiring for $6,000 of an expert to work 6 months on sub-project 4 of MKUltra drug and behavior programs. The memo said, censored seems well qualified to execute this study. He has been successful censored of all forms of blank. He has made a careful and exhaustive study of history of sleight of hand and is the possessor of an extensive library of old volumes in this field. So he's a thief.
This goes into the Now You See Me movies where they have like borderline magical shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically describing Bilbo Baggins. Like the CIA rented Bilbo Baggins. They needed a burglar. And that was from
I don't know,
1953.
yeah, and it just leads you to like, what kind of crazy shit is
Yeah, what was in
happening?
that
And maybe they're losing
85%?
control.